Debbie and Larry from Wheels, Waters, and Wanderlust. And we are on Merritt Island, Florida. And we are actually heading to the Kennedy Space Center. We are not sure if they're open. We don't know if we're going to see anything. But I just wanted to get on the camera and let you know where we're going and what we're doing. And if we start seeing anything, then I've gotcha, and you can see it with us. So it's pretty late in the day. So I just, we don't know what's open and what's not at this time. But there's a visitor center.
I know, I've seen it.
Did you? Okay. So you guys, bear with us, and we might get to see something. I don't know, but it's kind of exciting. I'm excited anyway. It doesn't take much for me. But anyway, there's the Kennedy Space Center sign. And we turn left. So, and there's the sun. So I don't know if I'm blinding you or not. I'm going to try to turn the camera so that you're not blinded. But if we see anything, I'll come right back on the camera. Right now, I'm gonna say bye. I'm back, and check it out. We turned right, and we are at the Kennedy Space Center, and there are two rockets on the big, I don't know, look like two rockets to me. What do you think, Larry?
I'm just trying to find a place to turn around.
Welcome to Kennedy Space Center. This is my friends. Oh, there's a few more of them. You can see the
That's
tips
what
of
they
them.
call the rocket garden.
The rocket garden. Okay, well, one thing's for sure. For senior citizens, it is $50 a person to get in, just to do a lot of walking, and which I'm not able to do, especially today. I had a bad night last night. I have neuropathy, and I'm not a diabetic, and you probably know most people that have neuropathy are diabetics, and it's actually a diabetic disease, and it's a nerve disease, and it's in your extremities, your feet and your hands, and it will kind of creep up like your part of your legs and part of your lower arm, like your wrist and above, right just above the wrist, and it numbs your body. I mean, you're totally you're like my feet. I can't feel anything. I actually years ago, when I was first diagnosed with neuropathy, if you guys can remember those. The cooker said that were all glass. They were called Visions, and I dropped the biggest one. It wasn't like a roasting pan, but it was just it had one handle, and I dropped it in the kitchen, and that thing split. It broke right slap in two. Well, it hit my toe, my big toe, and I didn't even know it until I looked down, and there was blood absolutely everywhere. So just so you get an idea of what neuropathy is. I had no idea that that cooker hit my toe. So anyway, so that's what neuropathy is. And last night, my neuropathy literally drove me insane. When I get it, it actually attacks your body when during your resting time. And Larry looked up neuropathy years ago when I was first diagnosed, just so we could understand a little more about the disease. And it actually, you know, that's what it said, is that it affects you during your resting time. So yeah, it bothers me a lot at night, and I don't sleep well. I actually go into like a twilight sleep, and I feel, the neuropathy drives me crazy all night long, and so I'm like half awake, and I'm not getting a good night's rest. So that's what happened last night, and that's why we're out late today. But anyway, I'm seeing a body of water coming up, and do you happen to know what this is, honey?
The Indian River.
Oh, is it still? Well, my friends, my loved ones, this is the widest river I've ever seen. It's the intercoastal, and it goes all the way down, I guess, Miami.
The whole side.
Mm-hmm.
The whole side of the United States.
The whole side of the United States. The east side.
The whole East Coast.
It's called the Indian River.
Well, the river doesn't. The intercoastal does.
The intercoastal.
The river changes names. All the way down.
Throughout okay. So throughout, I guess, the states or whatever, I don't know. It's the same body of water, but they also, do they call it a river?
Some places it's just a canal that's dug in. The intercoastal is just a waterway inside the barrier islands.
Oh, I see. So the barrier islands, they are on the intercoastal, and on one side, and the Atlantic Ocean on the other side. And the water is salty. It's salt water, and it's see, far away, if you can see it, there's a causeway that way down, I guess that's north, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that causeway, it's a bridge that connects the mainland to the island, and so we're going back to the mainland. So
Then we're going to go back across that causeway.
Oh, we're going to go on that causeway too?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going back to the island? Oh, awesome.
You just can't drive through Kennedy Space Center.
Right. Okay.
The island's closed out there.
Oh, okay. So anyway, we are now on the causeway to go back to the mainland, and then here we are again, and we are getting ready to go on this causeway to go back to the island. Now, it's still the same island, the name on this end? Okay, because I guess they could change it, but check it out. It is seems to be a little higher than the other bridge.
The other was a drawbridge.
Oh, the other bridge was a drawbridge. I didn't realize that myself. So, this bridge is awesome. I love these bridges. But if you can see the water through that rail, that's a walking, that's like, oh, that's awesome. But check it, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. It's not very long, but it was pretty high. If you guys can see, sorry, I hate to keep switching back and forth, but we're back on the island. Let's see, Parish Park, Titusville. What is it?
Titusville.
So I guess all this road is not great, is it? Oh, sorry about that. So we'll see where we're going here. I don't really know where we're going to. I'm kind of looking for. It's Merritt Island Natural Wildlife Reserve. It said over there. So that's cool. So there's a lot of bushes and trees. Thought you might be able to see a little more than this.
I'm gonna try to get out to the Atlantic, so
yeah,
but it'll take a little bit.
Okay, so we are heading toward the Atlantic Ocean. If we can get there, I will definitely. Hello, hello, hello. Well, we did make it to our destination. There was a short one. Sorry. We are in Canaveral National Seashore Park. This over here on the right, viewing out of my window, my passenger side, is a dune. And on the other side of this dune is the ocean. And there are
You can do that.
boardwalks that take you over the dune
Get you out.
to the water.
Can you?
And
I'm gonna stop
yeah,
for a minute.
and I'm getting ready to get my walker and go up that boardwalk. So this is the smallest one we've seen yet. So I'm so excited. So I'll turn you guys back on as soon as I get up there. Bye. And here we are at the Atlantic Ocean, and it's beautiful. Look at those waves. Aren't they gorgeous? I love the ocean. Trying to keep it still. And you know what? We saw a sign. It said, warning. Beware, you could possibly see a naked sunbather. Now, I'm not kidding you. I wish we were going slow enough and saw the sign where I could show you guys. But it was a regular national brown sign with white letters with said warning. So, but there's no one here sunbathing right now. It's the beach is actually shaded. But it's a beautiful sight. Look at that ocean. As far as you can see. No land in sight. Look at see the beach and the waves rolling in. It's just gorgeous. This is just made my trip right here. It's beautiful. So the gate closes at 8 p.m. and we want to make sure we get through that gate. And as soon as I get my walker down the ramp, and I'll show you, well, there it is. And it's quite bumpy, so I can't video while I'm walking. So I will get back with you as soon as I can. Bye. Here we go. Here's the sign, the warning sign. That's hilarious. I'm gonna roll my window down so you can check this out. Within Boardwalk 13. You may encounter nude sunbathing within Boardwalk 13. Warning.
We only went to Boardwalk 8, so we didn't go far enough.
We didn't go far enough to see any nude people. Oh, man.